Well, there goes my ride. I'm over here in a new area. This is straight across the street from Pinellas Plaza, which is on 466A, and that's the borderline of the Villages, and I'm on the other side of 466A. This is not part of the Villages, but I'm just wanting to give you guys a look-see of how much building is going on the outer edges of the Villages, and we're not even at the bad area. Over there is where the new Lowe's and all that kind of stuff is. You've seen me report that stuff before. Here's some more area over here that they're building into. I don't even know what it all is. I think that's a storage unit. This is a hotel. Over here is a neighborhood of some sort or another. Sue told me there's a lot of apartments in there, and this whole area here is, it looks like to me this whole area is apartments. All them buildings in there that you see all the way up there is apartments. And this apartment thing goes way on down to Powell Road. Over there where you see the blue, can you see it? That blue, over there where that black fence is, or that they use to keep trash from being washed away, that's where the new Target store is going to go, is right there. You can see piles of dirt over there where they're already starting to work. If you go across this road here, which is called Spanish Harbor Drive, more apartments all the way down through there, and they're still building. That's not even close to being done. And you can see, matter of fact, right here, they're building one add-on right there. And over here, if you look to the left, all the building, these are homes over here that you can buy. And these homes go all the way around. Apartments over here to the right. Homes all the way around over here on the left. And I don't know if I can get a picture how far down this road goes. You can see how far down. See the blue roofs down there? This is a massive construction area here, just on the outer edges of the Villages. I'm doing this so I want you guys to see exactly how this whole area is changing like crazy. You know, all the stories you hear about people moving out of Florida, not true. All the stories you hear about nobody's going to Disney World anymore, not true. This is all political crap that they're all putting out there. They're not building all this stuff for the health. I haven't even got to the massive apartments yet, even though this is massive. This is a lot. All of this around me here. This is a lot. And this is just one little section. And I'm gonna see if I can get some more for you. You guys see that? See them? Fire ants. Stay away from them. This is a neighborhood that is right behind where I was just at, there across from Pinellas. And we're heading toward another neighborhood, and this is not part of the Villages, but it's across the street from Pinellas, which is part of the Villages.
I think this is Beaumont.
This is Beaumont, Sue says. So I'm just kind of showing you how much encroachment's going on here. It's not to say they don't have the right. Obviously they got the right. But people talk about how crowded our squares are, how crowded the restaurants are. Well, what they built was basically for residents of the Villages. But then when this goes on, this is what happens. This is why the side streets are so crowded. This is why restaurants are so busy in the winter. It ain't just the Villages here. It's everybody else. So if you don't want to live in the Villages, but would like to live close to the Villages, this is about as close to the Villages as you can get, and not live in the Villages. This is called, what'd you say, Beaumont?
Beaumont.
This is Beaumont, not the village of Beaumont. This is Beaumont.
It's
And if you look ahead, up there, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're building. You can see the roofs, how the plywood is still exposed.
And that's outside of here. That's a different.
Yeah, that's but it's another neighborhood in relative closeness to the Villages.
Right.
But it's not part of Beaumont.
Right. Oh, this is a turnaround.
And just because you live outside the villages doesn't mean you're going to get away from fees. A lot of people think that. Well, I'll buy there. That way I don't have to pay for anything. No, this neighborhood has HOA fees, amenity fees, because there's swimming pools here, children's playgrounds. I don't even know what else is here, but somebody's got to pay for the upkeep on that stuff, and that'll be the residents here. This is why I hate these kind of neighborhoods, street parking.
This is Powell Road.
Get rid of some of that noise. Yeah, to give you an idea where we're at, there's on the other end of these big massive apartment buildings are over here. We're on Powell Road right now. Looks like they're building some kind of a fast food restaurant there.
Panda.
Okay, Sue says she thinks that's going to be Panda there.
Yeah,
this corner here has been sold.
It's a Wawa going in there.
Okay, Sue says a Wawa's going in here.
That's CVS.
There's a CVS over there.
And behind it will be...
Which is weird because there's a Walgreens right there across the street.
That's the way they always do it.
Back behind the CVS there, if you can see it through there, that's the Home Depot. This is all new construction here. And this right here is 466A. Yeah, there's a sign that says Wawa coming soon. And right there, Turkey Run available for lease. Village's property to the left. Not Village property on the right. This is how sneaking gets going. Somebody in a golf cart decides over there, I want to go to that Home Depot, which is over there. He's in his golf cart. He looks both ways. There's no cars coming. Nobody will know. And he takes his golf cart and sneaks across the road. Happens all the time. Here's some more apartments here. Right there. I can't see through the window.
Wildwood Preserve.
It's called the Wildwood Preserve Apartments here. That's that's assisted living there. I don't worry about the assisted living things. I don't care how big they make them. Most them people don't go anywhere. Yeah, in the news, if you ever hear anything in the news talk about Wildwood Community Center, this is it here on the right. Over there it says Brownwood Professional Plaza on the left. And they're building stuff back here. I can see it.
That's the apartments I wanted to show you. And I said, you can see it best from here. You can see it from the other road, but you can see it best from here.
See, just because we're in Wildwood proximity to, say, Brownwood is like right next door. It's not that far away at all. So, let me get this window out of the way again. Here's the community center. There's the new apartments they're building back there. Okay, I had Sue park the car so I can get some steady film. Here's the back side of Wildwood's apartments that they're building here in Wildwood. And this is the new section. If you can just peek over the roofs there, that's part of it too. And you can see the original buildings in front, and they're going to remain. And if I can show you, turning around, that's the Villages right over there. I'm standing in Wildwood, which is right here. It's not that far away, so when you hear about construction in Wildwood, they approved this, they approved that, blah, 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 all of this surrounds the Villages, which adds to a lot of the congestion. But I will say, if you've got a business and you want to start a business, boy, this is the place to be around Florida anyway. Here's a piece of property here on the corner. Sue says it's a holdout, whoever's got it. They're holding out. They probably can afford to. But it's in prime location. It's on the corner. There's 7-Eleven. There's the Villages to the left. And on this corner lot across the street is this. They're going to build, like here, it says medical retail space here. It says for lease. So apparently they're going to build doctor's offices in there.
Now this is the front part of that.
Medical space here. They're going to build in here. There's the front part of that Wildwood Apartments that we looked at a while ago and they were building. Here's the front part of it. So as you can see, this place is just growing leaps and bounds, and the roads and things around here are taking a toll. Restaurants, they love it, right? If you go to a restaurant and they tell you it's a 2-hour wait, what choice have you got if you want to eat out? Because they're all going to be a 2-hour wait. And if they're not a 2-hour wait, that means it's probably a dumpy restaurant and nobody wants to go to it. But we're heading up toward the town of Wildwood. We ain't very far away. This is the middle school of Wildwood here. And less than probably a quarter mile up here is going to be the shopping center. And then just past that shopping center is going to be Highway 301. And off of 301, I'm going to take you to another massive apartment building. Now that, to be fair, this apartment building has been there for the 10 years that I've been here full time. It's always been there, but it's been within the last few years they've added on to it. It was a fairly average size apartment building, and now they've turned it into almost a small city. It's just huge. And right here's the shopping plaza right there. So Wildwood is almost really part of the Villages when you really get right down to it. It's kind of like the difference between Speedway, that guy's from Illinois, like from Speedway to Indianapolis. Everybody considers Speedway being Indianapolis. It's not. It's just, Wildwood's like a suburb anymore of Villages. And I don't know everything about Wildwood. I've been all around it, but I don't remember everything. Like that road straight across right there. I'm not 100% sure. It's a county road for 44A. I don't know where it goes exactly. Seems to me I did go down that road once. I just don't remember where it went. All these little businesses here changed. One time there was a restaurant here that somebody said was really good. I had Sue and Deb go check it out. They said it was a dump.
It is now Coney Island.
Coney Island. And I went to the Coney Island hot dog place. Not a fancy place at all. It's just basically hot dogs. And did they have hamburgers?
I don't know.
I don't either. But anyway, it was okay. You know, $5 for a hot dog and tater tots and a Coke. But when I think back in the 1980s, when I used to bring freight down here in a semi-truck to the railroad yards down here, and what it was then, and I look at what it is now, the difference is day and night. The building right here, this is Coney Island. This is where that one restaurant was at. Sue and Deb tried it. They didn't like it at all, but this is Coney Island right here. I've only been there once, and it was okay. I mean, you just want something quick to grab, a burger and a Coke or whatever, it's okay. Sumter Tire right there. I don't know anything about it, but I know a lot of people have been there and they like the place. If you drive around when you get outside the Villages, and if you look and pay attention, you will still see a lot of old, what I call old Florida. And there's a lot of people that live here, were born here and from here, and they like it that way. Now, I can respect that. I mean, I don't care. They live their life. You know, I live mine the best that I can. But they take exception to all this construction going on because they see old Florida disappearing, and it is, and it will. The day's going to come, it's like you can either jump on ship or abandon ship, and that's how it's going to end up being, because the buildings downtown are becoming worth more money than what they could ever do with them. I can't get a very good shot of it, but all this over here is future construction that's already been approved, I believe, for homes, and I don't even know what all of that whole field there. There's probably 100 acres or so there, maybe 200 acres. New homes, Twisted Oaks. That's where Twisted Oaks is going to be for new homes, this whole massive area. We're on 301, just, I guess you would consider this to be north of Wildwood, when technically it's not. That way is north, that way is east, but they call it north. Oxfordland.com might be the company to call about them tiny homes too, because when I took the motorhome when we were going to Indiana, I think we went right by them, didn't we? You pointed them out, but yeah, I didn't see them.
They're up here on 466.
She pointed them out, said there they are, and I didn't see them, so I don't know what they are, what they look like, but I know they're there. There's another construction site here off of 301. You saw the road going in back there. If you look through there, you can see the stakes in the ground and orange cones. There was a cop back there on the entrance road, kind of patrolling traffic here. There's a construction fence over there going in. They're going to build something in there too. I don't know what.
Mixed use, that means businesses.
Businesses, who says it's going to be businesses? Keep in mind that Wildwood has also approved 6 new hotels. That's coming also.